Hey Swow, welcome to Swow 2B. Um, yeah, welcome to the episode. Something interesting happened. We actually had results in the Discord. I don't know if this will be a permanent thing. I'm gonna have to discuss with Gamer Boy about that. But basically, he hosted results in the Discord, which is a common thing to do before the video because you freaking guys were so impatient. Oh, I blame Rhyme for this. But what happened is he hosted results and I was gonna make the video today. Yeah. Okay. But yeah. Let's talk about the event. So in the server I hosted an event. Make sure you join to participate in them. It was an art event kinda to come up with a name for the server because I wanted to make the server more ice themed because I'm not gonna always do Swow. I think at one point, I'm not always gonna do Swow. That's I'm not always gonna do Swow. I do want to host some other things, like maybe an object show, and I've also thought about no, not an object show, an object camp, and I've also thought about hosting a TWOW that is a TWOW like a competition, kind of like Swow, but different. No promises though. But yeah, it will be, it will have Swow on the clickbait title of this server. But yeah, what I asked for the event is to send a logo and a potential new name because the name currently is just iCentral. And we had some good responses. We had some good entries, and I actually don't want to just choose one person to win. I do think Rhyme's name was the best, Isis Circus, and I think I might just have to name the server that. But I think, well, what I want to do is rotate through the ones that were submitted. I do think Rhymes was my personal favorite, but there were some really good ones like the Wacky Executives and also Suomi Namco. Sorry, I'm not gonna. This is a personal secret, but I get Suomi Namco and Desi always mixed up, which I don't know why. I don't know why. But yeah, I enjoyed all the submissions. I will use all of them, maybe. I don't know, but just send a if you want to send one, send it to the hashtag Swow fan art and say you want to use it as a Swow Ice Central server icon. I don't know, but or yes, I do know, but just send it there and tell us that you want it to be used, and we'll put it in the roster. I guess I'll download it. I'll use it. Yeah, but I'll switch out every like 1 or 2 days. Remind me if I forget. But yeah. But other than that, that's all the event was. And oh, another event I hosted. There is secretly an alt in the server, and they got eliminated this round. So, you know, I will reveal that at the end of the video. But one of the earlier events was to put in your contestant channel a person who you think is the alt, and whoever got it right first would get to choose what the prize is. And Neutrality got it right, and he chose the prize to be that you have to choose another person to submit another response. And you know what's wild about this one? If the prizers choose the same person, I'm just gonna let that person get 3 or more responses. Don't plan anything. But yeah. If you want to check out the I'm not gonna really, I don't know. Well, I mean, I guess let's just get on to results. Um First, I wanted to start out with our, oh crap, I lost the leaderboard. Wait, let me find it real quick. Sorry for the Swow delay. Average rhyme person. Average rhyme reference. But yeah, that's basically it. But the cuck of prizing is someone who's super voted, which is kind of sad that they were so close. XTRQ. They sent the response, you encountered an otherworldly creature. Describe it. Oh, yeah. By the way, the prompt was, what is this file 3 prompt? So I'm going to choose one of these at the very end to be the response, the prompt. No, not the response, the prompt. Gosh, it's the language for like this one is so confusing. I have no idea what to say. I mean, I'm going to refer to the responses as responses and prompts because technically I might choose any of them except for DZ. I'm not going to touch anyone who got DZ, who got into the danger zone because you almost died. But yeah, they got 65% or something. I don't know. Yeah, but that was pretty cool. I like this response. I felt like I do feel like it would be kind of straightforward, but it could be pretty creative. I kind of feel that way with some of these prize response. And then the person who scraped prizing is Nerdy Gal. Make something normally boring slash uninteresting seem fascinating with 66%, which is pretty crazy. And this was really close between those two. And the next response is also really close. All these prizes got really close, except for first place. They got way ahead, which is surprising. But this response was really creative, I thought, with the slash, because that's not usually used often, and it makes use of the 7-word limit, like, because slash is just a symbol, it's not a word, so they are able to use it for you. This is actually 8 words. No. But yeah, I think that was really creative. But I feel like this one could have been a really creative prompt. People can be really creative with it. But yeah, the next response we got was Nate Sark, and the seventh place we got what's the fastest way to speedrun life, which is pretty funny with like 66%. And yeah, I thought it was a good response. It was pretty funny, but this one would also be a pretty creative one. I might choose it because Gamer Boys wanted me to choose it, but I'm kind of mixed between this next response, Gold Tinox. This response was in first place for a while, and then we got 3 super votes that all ranked it like slightly low, and it dropped. It was so sad. What's the fastest? No, oops, no, not that one. Your friend absolutely hates your gift. Why? With 70% from Gold Tinox. This is a great response. I love this response. No bias. Trust. It's not like he's my favorite twat or anything. No, 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 no. That's not true. That's not true. But this one was really good. I felt like this one, you can have a lot of creativity, which is what I look for in a prompt. But yeah, the next response was from Yoshi Awesome. What sentient object was could could should benefit human life? Yeah, I'm kind of maybe dyslexic. I'm joking, but no. what sentient object would benefit human life. I feel like this one could also have some creativity, and it's also probably a object show reference or something, which is pretty cool. Which there was a lot of references made in this prompt, which is a pretty weird coincidence. But yeah, they got 70%, and uh, yeah, 70%, and I felt like that was a pretty good response, which is awesome. They prized this round because last round they had the most controversial response. It was hilarious. And then Oker, with fourth place, said, many historical figures brawl who becomes victorious with 71%. I feel like this one could have some more creativity, but I feel like it just has a little less. And, well, just, I don't know. It's kind of missing a little bit. Not missing. I don't know. I just don't really. This is like epic rap battles of history began. But it's just, it's weird. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know what I don't really like about it. It's just kind of like I'm looking at it and I understand it, but I don't get it. It's just I feel like this is one of those prompts that needs more exposition. Like you know how a lot of mini 12 responses are just a wall of text and then they like explaining like the backstory or history behind the prompt. You can't really do it with this one, because you only have 7 words. But I felt like it was a good response. It's just if I did choose it, which I don't know if I will, I would have to lengthen it, which is an idea I had, but I don't know if you guys would be fine with me doing that. I don't know. But up next we got 02, which was awesome. And in third place, and they said which video game mechanic has realistic applications with 71%. I feel like this one can also be pretty creative, and it also feels like one that would need some more exposition, but still a good response overall. I liked all of these prizing ones. I will consider all of them. And then in second place, we have Joe Man. Sorry you didn't get first place. This one was actually like early on in voting. It was like around mid-high. And then it just like with these last 3 people who voted, it just went up and up and up, which is hilarious. But created clickbaity and outlandish. Sorry, I was scratching my nose. And outlandish news headline. I feel like this one would also be a little straightforward, but it could be like really creative. I can have a lot of creativity with this one. And then in first place, we have Broxy with Hell's Overtaken Earth. What's a positive change? With 77%, which is 5% more than second place, which is less high than last round, I think. Like, the difference is lower, I'm pretty sure. Last round, I think Slitherdoodle it was, had, like, was so far ahead in front of everyone. But this I think this might be like a Helluva Boss reference, or yeah, I don't know. But yeah, this is a pretty cool response. I'm no offense, I'm kind of surprised it got first place, but I do like it. It feels like this is something you'd see in Rugsy. Don't steal it, rhyme. But yeah, this is a great response. I like it. I will consider all the prized responses for the next response, and you could technically prepare for it right now. But you'll find out in like 20 minutes or so. I don't know how long this video will be. I might make this video really long. Sorry. Joking, trolling, maybe. I don't know. But now we have 10th place with, well, we're going to go by threes because I'm just stealing the screenshots that Gamer Boy did in his results because I'm too lazy to make my own. But, We have Slitherdoodle in the 11th, in 10th, and Swommy Namco in 11th, and then we have Gamer Boy's filler, which was prizing for a long time. Slitherdoodle's response was, "What is the new 8th deadly sin?" with 64%. I feel like this one got low because it wasn't the 7th, even though there are 7 deadly sins. Because you swowers love 7. Who doesn't? Swami Namco said, "Oh, I like that response. That was a pretty. That one could be pretty creative, but I feel like it has like one direction you have to go in, and that's bad. But I mean, you could kind of twist it. But Swami Namco's response was partially alliterate your story about saving Atlantis. Wow. I feel like rule responses were. I think that's actually pretty creative, adding a rule, but I think it might have gotten voted lower because there was a rule and people didn't want to follow the rules. At least that would be my train of thought. Because I hate rules, democracy. I hate democracy. I just want to have fun. Me. I'm joking. But then we have Gamer Boy's response, which is, how do you get revenge on someone? I feel like this was a pretty good response. It's pretty creative. I like revenge. Yeah. And then we have Vibroxy and Sony Namco's DRPs, as well as neutrality in 12th. Vibroxy said, Waldo has been found. Where was he? I actually based my response on this one. Got some creativity from it with 62%. And then Sony Namco said, explain the fabled, misspelling every word. This is also pretty creative with a rule. Yeah. Those two responses were pretty good, but DRP reference. And Charlie's response was, how do you get famous on YouTube? I feel like that was a pretty cool response, but it might be a little straightforward. Up next is 2 more DRPs, along with Reed in third place, Ochre and O-City. Oh, actually, O-City was a filler. My bad. Ochre said, why does everyone hate memes in 2030 with 56%? I feel like this is one that needs more, exposition, as I've said before, because it just doesn't really stand on its own, which is fine, but it's kind of sad. Reed said, come up with a new element name. I feel like if Acetine voted, they would vote this one first. LOL. O-City said, what happened to the letter after Z with 55%. I feel like that one could also be a little straightforward, but that's actually a pretty cool response because I love me my phonemes and letters, I guess. Then we have Meowie Cats and Tehran Beldevars, which Gamer Boy mentioned in his results. It's raining cats and dogs. LOL. Meowie Cat said, make waiting 1 hour seem extremely long with 54. 54! Let's go! Let's get some 54s in the chat. And then Toron Bolivar said, make an excuse to avoid jury duty. I like both these responses. I feel like they were very creative. And coincidentally, they both have the word make in front of them. Weird. West Virginia said, how do you defuse a nuclear bomb with 50%? And this is the person before DZ. So this is the last one I will comment on. I feel like this one would also be a little straightforward and would also need some exposition. And honestly, I'm kind of surprised it didn't make DZ. There were some good responses. But I mean, they lived, so all's well that ends well, But I like the response. It was a cool response. It just seems a little straightforward. IMO. And then we have Um, the thing which I'm just gonna do by like last time, because that's what I did last time, by just playing some music, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So have fun looking at DZ. Well, those responses were wild. Um, I'm gonna kind of comment on DZ a little bit. Maybe. Let me find it first. I was getting a drink, but not of alcohol. I'm not a drinker. Meow indeed. But yeah, it was surprising Rhymes' response scored so low. Yeah, also, I'm just gonna throw up the full leaderboard on the screen, by the way, because I'm gonna be all over the place. It's surprising Aiden Silver got eliminated, but with like such a low difference, like a .58, like that's crazy. Also, two Rugsy, no three, no two Rugsyers dying. Walls to three technically if you can't rhyme. Liv is kind of like yin yang, pretty much. Kind of like a yin yang situation there. I don't even know what that means, but yeah, balance. Also, one of Prentice's DRPs was really low. Oh, and by the way, make sure you prizers out there submit a send the name of who you want to have the DRP, because the prize is you get to choose someone to have a DRP or another response. Just send a name to your contestant channel. I said this earlier if you don't remember, but yeah, send it to your contestant channel. You can tell people, you can choose not to tell people. I don't care. But yeah, the response that I ended up choosing after having a tiny talk with Mr. Gamer Boy is I'm gonna choose Joe Man's response. But I feel like now we're gonna get some good responses, and I feel like Joe Man's response is gonna create the most creative responses. So think about your response. The deadline will be, I guess, I'm gonna make it 4 days away. April 14th, 6:30 EST. You can choose. You can, yeah, just submit your responses, and by then, yeah, and then I'll probably have a video out by the 16th at the latest, probably the 15th, but who knows? And yeah, so the response is, if you don't know or you haven't been paying attention, is create a clickbaity and outlandish news headline. Yeah, I feel like that response is gonna make the most creative responses, which is what I personally want. It might not be the fairest. It might not be whatever, but I don't care. Are you the host? Are you the host? Ask yourself. Ask yourself. Are you the host? No. No, you're not, unless you're Gamer Boy or Jay watching this. But yeah, you're not the host. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me think. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but no, that's basically it. Oh, I'm kind of sad at our eliminated contestants. Like, it's sad that people get eliminated every time. But our 31st person was Soup, and that was the alt account that we had join. And you know whose fault it was? Soup got eliminated. It was Jay's. He made the response for it. Why does 2 plus 2 equal 4? It's literally simple math. What were you thinking? No offense, no offense. Not trying to be competitive. But, I mean, it is a competition, so. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Oh boy! Me and my friends are looking oh yeah sweet today. Let's go get some Arby's. Welcome to Arby's. We got Dame Dom meats. Alright friends, what do you guys want from the meats trademark? Sonny, I need burgers, Sonny! I need burgers. Al, shut the fuck up. They don't sell burgers at Arby's. Oh yeah? Well, you killed your sister. Amori spoilers. Oh no, Sumi!